So I just finished building this computer in a gigabyte aorus master b550. Everything's in. I've checked my power supply. I've checked my graphics card, my fan. Yeah, I've checked everything, right? This is in there as much as it can go. Everything is in there. But for some reason, when I, flick it on, it just turns on the GPU and then there's no light. This is still in there, and it's still plugged into the power supply. I've checked. So if we let it discharge a little bit, I'm gonna discharge power a little bit more to reset for, I don't know, comedic effect. And basically, as soon as I flick it on again, I want you to watch this area kind of real closely. It almost turns on, and then it doesn't. Everything else does, but not the board. That's really cool. Thank you, Gigabyte. Please actually fix the issues with this board before you continue to sell it, because there are a lot of reviews talking about the CMOS battery, and that is probably more annoying. That's not it on, by the way, that's a reflection. If sometimes you have to just take the CMOS battery out because sometimes the board just decides, I don't want to boot today, so you have to take it out, leave it for an hour or two, and plug it back in. Of course, something you want with a computer. I'm being sarcastic, but also, do you know how annoying this is? Christmas morning, I spent 2.5 hours building this with my dad, having fun, putting the fans in and everything. Everything was great. All the way up until this guy, where it just doesn't boot. I'm going to do it one more time just for demonstration's sake to show I'm not bullshitting you. Everything's good, okay? 3, 2, 1. Didn't even do it that time. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. But just to verify, I'm going to power this off so that I don't want to short anything. But to verify, actually, I don't know if you can see without my flash on, but motherboard cables are in there, CPU cables are in there, everything's plugged into my modular power supply, so this has no reason to fail. Zero reason. Again, flicking it on again. It almost did it. Almost, but not quite. What sucks is this board would be really nice otherwise. This I/O is great. I have a 97 or a 970 Samsung Evo in there, and it's real solid, but because it's not booting, it's worthless. So again, Gigabyte, fix it next time before you sell it again. Otherwise, this is gonna get old. Please have a higher standard for quality of your things, because this dual BIOS thing is cool and all, but apparently that's the cause for this. And I would rather have a single BIOS boot than none, because at least it would boot. And I would have something to use Christmas morning. Because now I have this monitor, too, that I can't use because it's broken. So, thanks, Gigabyte. Good job.